Hi guys, welcome to Razon.com. This is Mohit Soni, and right in front of you is the Yamaha FZX. If you have been on our website, we already told you about the launch of this vehicle, which happened a couple of weeks ago, and we are finally out driving this. What is it all about? Well, it's an FZ motorcycle with a lot of, let's say, adventure-ish parts. It's got semi-knobbly tires and a slightly different look and approach towards the FZ series of motorcycles, which was updated recently with the version 3 in early 2020. It got the BS6 version, so that it's based on that, but it's got heavy changes. So most of them are cosmetic, and let's look at that. You've got this big panel here, so you can mount a lot of things. Sadly, these screws here are exposed, so whether you like it in a way because it looks rugged, or you won't like it because it's bare. But it's a very huge tank. It's a very muscular tank. We've got this new FZX badging, and I think that's quite nice. It looks very nice. This is, of course, the big part, the headlight. It's an all new unit with LED DRLs, and I think it looks very futuristic, very something new, something not seen before. It's a very concept sort of headlight that has made it to the production version of this motorcycle. So great job there. As always, this part which takes care of the mounting of the headlamp also looks quite good. Could have been better. I think it looks the one on the Gixxer is certainly more appealing. And of course, a side view of this big tank. It looks quite big, quite massive, and it also looks a bit more let's say rural. It looks very old school. At the same time, the first time when I saw my colleague walk the bike in front of me, I kind of gave me a vibe of the look and the vibe of the motorcycle which belongs to the rural areas. So I think that's a job really done well, because Yamaha has been telling us that it's meant for the mature audience, not entirely for the youngsters, despite it's based on the FZ platform, and that is quite visible. This is here the side panel, and I think the plastic is good actually, but it's still scratchable though. And that is the exhaust. We've seen it on other Yamaha motorcycles. The alloys look quite good. They've taken from the FZ. Like I told you about the semi-knobbly tires, we first seen on them on the Husqvarna. And again, the tail lamp also looks very impressive. It's got the LED thing, as you can see, it's flickering. The turn indicators are clear lens, which is a great move. And coming to the most important part, this very large, huge seat can accommodate 2 big people easily, or 3, which we see on our Indian roads. It's not great, but there are customers who preferably want a long seat, either because of that or to carry a lot of luggage. So Yamaha has also given this very industrial looking grab handle here, and that is the whole bike. It's a very nice soft seat, so you'll enjoy it on short sessions and weekend rides and everyday commuting. I don't know how it's going to fare in the way on a long journey. This is the switch gear. It's again something new. We've now seen it for the first time, at least. And engine kill switch is here. And let me just start the meters for you. It's a nice meter. You have a trip, odometer, and clock. That is it. It's got a digital RPM here, speedometer, fuel gauge. That is it. Nothing much. But you've got this charging socket here, which I think is very well integrated. And the overall quality, plastics, could be better. The fit finish also on the side panel area is not that great, but I think it looks nice, and it suits the purpose. It is for a much more mature audience, an audience which is mostly based in tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Obviously tier 1 guys also can enjoy this motorcycle, given its very retro-ish also look that it has, and thanks to all these additions which make it look rather cool. And this side panel as well. So a lot of attention has been paid, and it looks a motorcycle that is meant for a specific market, and Yamaha has succeeded in doing so. I think what remains now is the riding part, so I'll let you know about the ergonomics and how it's like to ride. So how is the Yamaha FZX like to ride? Well, this is the same 149cc motor making 12.4 bhp of power and 13.3 Nm of torque. Those numbers are quite similar to the Pulsar NS125. That is the most sportiest 125cc, which now matches with the Yamaha FZ in terms of power and performance. And that also says something about the FZ, because it's not a performance motorcycle anymore. Definitely the FZX is definitely not one of that, because the power and torque figures are just low, but the riding experience is somewhat similar to the FZ. So you get a very nice low end and mid range, and the lack of top end continues because the motorcycle just has an actual true top speed of 105 kilometers an hour, which is quite less for a sporty 150cc motorcycle. But then again, the FZX is meant for a different crowd altogether, and what that does is make the FZX motorcycle a very very easy motorcycle to live with, because the refinement is quite high, the clutch is light, the gearbox is smooth. It makes it very easy to ride in the city. What also makes it very easy to ride is the new handlebar position, which is slightly raised and wider, so it makes you feel like you are riding a commuter motorcycle, but obviously you are riding an FZ platform based motorcycle. So that makes it very easy to ride in the city. It's extremely nimble in the car. In the city you can just take endless amount of gaps and turns, and it's just effortless to do so. There's a lot of grip, a lot of reinsurance from the chassis. The brakes also work really well. The tires provide good grip, and there's of course single channel ABS with this bike, so the rear will lock under serious conditions, seriously hard fast conditions, but the front will not. So that keeps the motorcycle stable by a good margin, and that's what the idea is with the single channel ABS that we all know about over the years. And in terms of handling, it feels like a very light motorcycle when you start cornering it, because you'll have to do it in a very you'll have to put in more effort, because the handlebars are not lower. Like I said, the handlebars are higher and wider, so it doesn't make it quite fun to ride in the corners or tip it into corners. It's just that it'll take a little bit more effort to do so, and when you do that, the chassis confidence is good, and the same tires that help you in the city also will help you in the corners. They do really well. There is a lot of grip on offer, and there's a lot of confidence on offer. The chassis is always brilliant, the suspension is quite good, ride quality is the highlight of this motorcycle, and that is tuned really really well. So you'll be going over some seriously broken roads, and the motorcycle will feel tough, rugged and solid, and transfer bare minimum of the road to you. So that makes it a comfortable motorcycle to live with on a daily basis. The Yamaha FZ is not a cheap motorcycle as well. It's slightly expensive, but you do get Bluetooth connected enabled Yamaha Y Connect with this, and that's what the FZX is all about. It's a good motorcycle in many ways, but it's not something you expect from Yamaha, and we've taken some time to put out this review, and because we did spend a lot of time with this motorcycle after we did the initial test, and we've come to the fact that it is a motorcycle that you're looking for something sporty. If you're into college, if you just passed, and if you're just had gotten your license, you can get along with this motorcycle quite well, and the entire family also can get along with this motorcycle quite well in the house. So that makes it a win-win situation for people like that, and there are a lot of households in India which can relate to what I'm saying right now, and that is what our FZX review is all about. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook for everyday updates, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.